Alright, let's dive into something that's been bubbling under the surface in the world of finance, something that I think is going to reshape how we think about leadership and innovation in asset management. Today, we're talking about the evolving role of CIOs in public pensions and how AI and delegation are quietly pushing traditional consultants into the background. But here's the twist. We're also going to explore how this ties into the broader challenge of balancing innovation with tradition, using Invesco's CEO, Andrew Schlossberg, as a case study. So, buckle up. This is going to be a ride through the future of finance, with a few stops to ponder what it all means. So, here's the hook. What if the future of asset management isn't just about managing trillions of dollars, but about redefining who manages it, and how? Let's start with the CIO role in public pensions. Traditionally, these folks have leaned heavily on consultants for everything from asset allocation to risk management. But here's where it gets interesting. AI and delegation are starting to change the game. Personally, I think this is one of those under-the-radar trends that's going to have massive implications. What many people don't realize is that AI isn't just about automating tasks, it's about reshaping decision-making processes. If you take a step back and think about it, this could mean that CIOs become more hands-on strategists, relying less on external advice and more on their own data-driven insights. This raises a deeper question. Are consultants becoming obsolete, or are they just being pushed into a new, more specialized role? Now, let's connect this to Invesco's story. Andrew Schlossberg took the helm of a $2.5 trillion asset manager with a mandate that, frankly, sounds like a tightrope walk: innovate without losing the company's soul. What makes this really interesting is the parallel here. Just as CIOs are grappling with how to integrate AI without losing their strategic edge, Schlossberg is navigating how to modernize a 90-year-old firm without erasing its cultural DNA. In my opinion, this is where the rubber meets the road for leaders in finance. Innovation isn't just about adopting new tools, it's about understanding how those tools fit into the larger narrative of your organization. A detail I find fascinating is how Schlossberg is reportedly blending historical knowledge with cutting-edge tech. This isn't just about survival, it's about creating a legacy that honors the past while embracing the future. But let's zoom out for a second. What this really suggests is that the entire asset management industry is at a crossroads. On one hand, you've got AI and delegation pushing CIOs to take more control. On the other, you've got leaders like Schlossberg trying to balance tradition with innovation. From my perspective, these aren't isolated trends. They're part of a bigger shift in how we think about leadership and expertise. One thing that immediately stands out is how this could democratize decision-making. If CIOs rely less on consultants and more on AI, does that mean we'll see more diverse strategies? Or will it just create a new kind of uniformity? Personally, I think it's going to be messy, but in a good way. Messy because it challenges the status quo, but good because it opens up new possibilities. Here's where it gets even more intriguing. What happens to the consultants? Are they going to fade into the background, or will they reinvent themselves? I'm leaning toward the latter. What many people don't realize is that consultants have always been adapters. They've survived every wave of technological change so far, and I don't see why this would be any different. But here's the catch. They'll need to offer something that AI can't, like deep, nuanced insights that go beyond data. If you take a step back and think about it, this could actually elevate their role, turning them into more of a strategic partner than a service provider. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, the future of asset management isn't just about who's in charge, it's about how they're in charge. Whether you're a CIO, a CEO, or a consultant, the name of the game is adaptability. What this really suggests is that the lines between technology, leadership, and tradition are blurring. And that, my friends, is what makes this moment so fascinating. It's not just about managing money, it's about managing change. So, Here's my question for you. As these trends unfold, who do you think will come out on top? The innovators, the traditionalists, or those who find a way to blend both? Let me know in the comments. I'm all ears.